Vincent, and this is my book, Revealing the Evolution of an Artist's Soul. And in this session, I'm going to read from chapter 1. Okay, hey, thanks. Okay, chapter 1, Divine Intervention and Early Yearnings for Art and Love. Day trip to the ghetto. It had only been a year or so since my family had moved to this suburban neighborhood. I'd experienced my near-death experience and now desired to create art. I had made some new friends here, but I was still feeling lonely. Mom had divorced Dad when I was 7 years old, though he continued to spend every Sunday with my siblings and me. Now that she is married to Frank, we rarely saw our real father. I also missed my friends from my Afro-American neighborhood. I remembered how anytime I ran outside our apartment building, I would automatically have several friends to play games with. Now I had to call my friends on the phone and see if they were available to play. One Saturday morning I asked, "Mom, do you think that you could get Frank to drop me off at Building 7 so I can visit TD and some of my old friends? I really miss TD." Mom looked shocked. "Surely, Irene, you don't want to go back to that place," she replied, making a sad, pouting face while sticking my bottom lip out to emphasize it. I said, "Yes, I do." Mom always could see through that sad facial expression of mine, a determined willpower implying that I was going back to my old neighborhood even if I had to walk. "Well," she said, "I'll ask your stepfather. We'll only drop you off, though. It's too dangerous for us to go there now that we don't live there. I want you to go right to TD's apartment. We'll pick you up in 2 hours, be at the same spot waiting for us." As they dropped me off at the street side closest to Building 7, my parents exclaimed in unison, "Be careful." "I will." As I scanned the project, I prayed to God to protect me. Then I walked directly toward TD's apartment. The sunny sky was starting to accumulate gray clouds. I was trying so hard to be happy in this world of gray. Even all the walls in the school were painted gray. I hoped that it wouldn't rain today. I knocked on TD's apartment door for so long that a little boy from a nearby apartment opened his door. "Who are you looking for?" he asked. "I'm looking for my friend TD. Her family moved away last year, but I came a long way to see her. Did they really move?" "Sorry," he said, shaking his head as he closed his door. Maybe Betty Jean would be home, I thought. Oh, God, she lives up on the 5th floor. There's no way I'm going up the stairs or in the elevator alone. It's too dangerous. I remembered being stuck between floors in the elevator. But worse than that, I also remembered the stories of little girls being raped in the elevator. I stood near the elevator. I saw a lady step into the elevator, so I jumped in after her and I pressed the button for the 5th floor. I knocked and knocked on Betty Jean's apartment door, but no one answered. How can everyone be gone on a Saturday? Now I have to go back down the elevator. I'll press the button, stand back from the door, and I just won't get on until a woman is riding down or some kids. After 2 tries, I made it back down to the 1st floor. Next, I decided to visit my friend Robert. We had become friends 6 months before I left the neighborhood. Robert lived about 4 buildings over on the 3rd floor. I sure hope that I remember which apartment he lives in. As I walked towards Robert's building, 2 boys and a girl ran towards me. "Hey, white girl," one boy called out. "What are you doing here? You don't belong here. You know you could get beaten up." There was a hint of a threat in his voice and anger in his eyes. I smiled, hiding behind my fear. I used to live here, you know. I came to visit friends. Could you protect me and walk with me to my friend's apartment? Who's your friend? His name is Robert. I remember that he lives in the building over there, I pointed. I think he lives on the 3rd floor. Oh, my name is Irene. What are your names? I looked at all 3 kids. He replied, my name is James. This is Lisa, and this is Billy. Sure, we can walk you over. I think I know Robert. Is he going into the 5th grade? Yeah, that's my next grade, too. As we walked down the sidewalk, I asked them if they knew any of my other friends. Apparently, a number of my friends had moved. I didn't know how that was possible in such a short time. After knocking on a few different doors, we found Robert, who was surprised to see me. He said that he heard I had moved away. Robert and my new bodyguards talked with me in the hallway until it was time for me to leave. I felt depressed as I left them. I went to meet my parents. So, did you have a fun time? Mom asked. It was okay, I said, but a lot of my friends have moved. I don't belong here anymore. I felt such nostalgic sadness. The muscles relaxed in my parents' faces. Mom's body sank gently into the car seat. Frank's hand reached out, patting her thigh. She smiled at him and then turned around to face me again. Let's go out to dinner, she said. Then we'll pick up Lady. Lady was my dog. And go for an ice cream cone. And I'll stop there. Thank you. And please press the button and do a like if you would like me to continue doing these readings. And give me your feedback. I can either just keep continuing or I can skip to a few other places in the book, which I might do automatically. And move forward. Hey, thanks. Bye.